everybody. We'll get to the title of the video here in a minute. I got two quick things I want to share with you. Number one, as you can see, I got my image flipped around. Sitting there playing with it one day, going through the settings, I go, what's this do? And it flipped my image around. I'm like, oh wow, I've only had this thing for a year and I just find it. It's kind of weird though, because before, when my image was flipped the other way, it's up in the right hand corner, and the forward camera is in the left hand corner. So when it was flipped the opposite way, it looked like I was driving down the road. I was facing the road. But now when it's flipped this way, the way it's supposed to be, looks like my back's facing the road. I'm not driving down the road. I've had this thing for a year. I just figured that out. What are you going to do, right? Oh, other thing. I just got dropped my load here in Tacoma. Picked it up in Stockton, California. And I went to pick the load up. I was only grossing 78,500 pounds, but the way they loaded it, I was 11,720 on my steers, 34,660 on my drives, and 32,240 on my trailer. That's what the tandem slid all the way up. I'm like, man. So I slid my fifth wheel forward 3 notches, got it down to 34,000. Steers at 12,340, I think it was, with about 3/8 of a tank of fuel. I'm thinking, oh great, I get to play the fuel game, which I had to do. Left Stockton, got up to Redding, California, put in 40 gallons there, then drove up to Roseburg, Oregon, Redding, California, put 40 gallons in there, then drove up to Roseburg, Oregon, put 30 gallons in there. Now I've got 1/8 of a tank of fuel, which is fine. I'm empty now, going to the yard. The Love's truck stop's nearby, so when I go to pick up my next load, I can get fuel there. I'm good to go. Now, to the title of the video, are DOT officers in fear of losing their jobs? Well, with all this talk about self-driving trucks, which I think can only be applied to short hauls like 5, 6, 7, 800 miles from terminal to terminal, like ABF, UPS, Yellow, possibly Amazon Prime, when they get that perfected. As far as over-the-road application, no. There's too many things us monkeys have got to do. You know, they say a monkey can drive a truck. Well, there's a lot of things monkeys do besides driving a truck. You know, like fueling it. Who's going to open the door? When you get to a shipper, who's going to tell the shipper what specific load you're there to pick up? And where's it going? What door? You got to put the trailer in. You got to open the doors, back it up into a door. And then drive over the road. Somebody's got to put fuel in it, in a truck. And then when you get to the receiver, you got to give them your paperwork. They tell you what door to back it into, and all that good stuff. Now, they might get to the point where when you sit behind the wheel of a truck, still got to have a body in. They might have airplane pilots where they get up there and they once they get up to cruising speed, they put on autopilot. Well, that might be what they'll do for over-the-road application, but a monkey still has to be in the truck to do all the monkey stuff. So the reason why I brought up our DOT and maybe in fear of losing their jobs is I got a thing from Prepass. I got Prepass, and they send you these newsletters. They email you these newsletters. Well, one of the newsletters was stating, going like a paragraph or two long, about this webinar you could sign up for. Now, I'm sure they're going to go into more details, but the gist of it is electronic roadside inspections. Basically, you put in all this, got this device in your truck, put all your information in there, including, the weight of the truck, the condition of the truck, and all this other thing. When you drive past these weigh stations and whatnot, it pulls the information and just goes into the computer. Well, especially if they do go to driverless or autonomous trucks, there's going to be, trucks going to, that's probably how they're going to have to inspect it, is through the electronic inspection status. Now, what does that mean? If they find something wrong, are they going to chase the truck down and stop it? Or are they just going to send the company or the driver a ticket in the mail? Who knows? But, yeah, so does that mean DOT officers are going to be in fear of their job if they start up this electronic? Now, DOT officers, yeah, they can transition to some other form of law enforcement, like highway patrol or sheriff's deputy or police or something. I'm sure it's a lot easier for them to transition over to another law enforcement. But are they going to do away with maybe not all DOT officers, but a good percentage of them? Don't get me wrong. That doesn't bother me any. But could that happen? If truck drivers become a thing of the past in a decade or two, are DOT officers also going to become a thing of the past? Since everything is going to be electronic, everything is going to be done over the airs, and if they find something wrong, just mail the company a ticket, or mail you a personal ticket? I don't know. I guess that's something only time will tell, right? So, that's kind of all I have really to say about that. Just kind of makes you wonder, though, don't it? Well, that's my little rant right there. Little PSA rant, I guess you could say. So, until next time, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.